Good evening, everybody. It is Sean with a bedtime tarot reading for you. What makes it bedtime? Well, it is actually quite late when I'm recording it. And the intention of this reading is to help you visualize or ruminate on that which needs your attention or that which you would like to manifest in your life before going to sleep tonight so that your subconscious mind can begin to work it out for you. As you can see, we are doing a pick a card today. And for our pick a card today, we are going to be getting 3 different messages. They are not all on the same topic. All right. We're actually using for our selector cards, goddesses from the Goddesses Among Us Oracle. So if you would like to pick intuitively just by looking at the back of these cards, go ahead and make your selection now. And you will find the timestamp to your reading in the description box. Otherwise, I will be flipping each of these cards so you can see which goddess is bringing you your message. And we will find out in each of the readings what topic that goddess wants to talk with you about. So it could end up being one of these readings is about your finances, one is about your calling, and another is about, what else is there? Finances, calling, what else do we talk about in life? Ooh, apparently I have a one-track mind. Finances, calling, and your spirituality, maybe. Yeah, that's a good one. We'll go with that. But, I don't know. We'll see what comes up when we actually do the reading. So this is pile 1, clearly. This is reading 2, clearly. And this is reading 3. And if you would like to see which goddess will be bringing you your message, the first message is going to be coming from the goddess Ma'at. The second message is going to be coming from the goddess Kali. And the third message today is going to be coming from the goddess Saraswati. All right. Look at that. We have an Egyptian goddess and 2 Hindu goddesses. I love it. Oh, and successive numbers here, 25 and 26 for Kali and Saraswati. You can tell it's late at night, huh? Anyway, take a second, take a look, see which of these cards is calling to you today. And like I said, go down to the timestamps to find out exactly where within this video your messages lie. Because each one of the readings is going to be on a different topic, you can also choose to listen to all 3 if you would like. I will see you in your readings. Hello and welcome to reading number 1. You were chosen either to just that first card and how it felt to you, or wanting to get messages from the goddess Ma'at. Ma'at, we know from previous readings that I've done, is the goddess of justice, balance, and truth. So right away, what's coming through for me to say to you is that your message this evening is going to be centered around something finally being made right, some way in which you are finally going to be made whole. I'm getting the sense that it is something that's a long time coming. Something was done through no fault of your own, or something happened through no fault of your own, and it derailed some aspect of your life in some way. And probably began to feel at some point as though you weren't going to get that fixed or rectified, or just get, like I said, fairness in the situation or what you deserve. So let's find out what area of your life this is talking about this evening. What area of your life is the goddess Ma'at giving you guidance around? We are using the Crystal Power Tarot for your reading. So we have the 3 of Wands. Yep. So with 3 of Wands, we talk about starting to see some results from a vision that we clearly had for ourselves, or starting to get a return on an investment we've made in an activity we've taken, endeavors we have done. There's also definitely something here around your creativity or your spirituality, for sure. And it feels as though it's about getting on the right path again. Did something happen in your life that took you off of the path, the course that you wanted for yourself? And now you are going to start having the opportunity to set forth again in the right direction because of some things getting worked out and coming to fruition for you. Next, you have the Temperance card. So again, we have balance. Look at that. So much balance in this reading. And temperance is not just about balance. When we get that temperance card, it's also talking to us about utilizing every aspect of that which makes us us, right? So is there some part of you that you had to disown or put aside, or something that you loved that you had to walk away from? And it probably made you feel off balance because you were not being able to fully be yourself, and having to, again, walk away from this thing or stop doing this thing, stop focusing on this thing that really is truly a part of your nature. Dare I say calling again. It feels again like this is talking about a calling. I'm also getting to tell you that the clarity that you feel like you've been getting is real. So you've been getting signs and synchronicities from your guides, and you've been afraid to believe those signs. And the message coming through right now is you can 100% believe it. Your mind is not playing tricks on you, and that you are in more alignment right now in your life than you ever have been before. This is why there is this feeling of balance and rightness and justice and karma. Karma in its truest sense, not you did something bad, and so now, not you as in you, but not someone did something bad and now they're getting punished for it, the way we sometimes like to think about karma, but more along the lines of, here's, again, the effort you've made or the seed you've sown, the giving you've done for the sake of others, maybe organizations or people who have been in your life. And now here is you starting to receive in return. You may be someone who is constantly giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. And now it's time for you to receive. Even if you don't receive from the exact same person, you will be receiving from the universe, the star. So this is your second major arcana card in this reading, and the star is hope after hardship, and not just hardship, but straight on devastation, right? The star in the tarot deck comes after the tower, and the tower is usually about an upheaval of your life due to things completely outside of your control. Sometimes it is life. I like to think of it as life shaking off the things you picked up that were never meant for you in the first place, so that it can right you and again put you on the right path. I'm also hearing follow your North Star. So again, what this talks about is the thing that feels truest and most real to you, most right for you, most aligned for you. Is there something that you immediately thought of when I said that, and you heard someone else's voice, probably someone that you know and at some point in your life trusted very much, and they said to you, no, you can't, or no, you shouldn't? I'm getting whatever that topic was, that's the thing. And again, it feels very much like it's about how you're supposed to spend your time here on this earth, what your soul is drawn to. And I'm getting that the person who said that to you said it not out of any anger or animosity towards you, but definitely out of anger and animosity, but towards life, because they themselves never felt empowered enough to go forward with that which was naturally them, that which was inside of them. And you had the audacity to try, and they somehow either talked you out of trying or created a set of circumstances that made it impossible for you to continue, even though you had started the process, right? Had it started going down that direction, in that direction. We have the 3 of coins. So this speaks to you finding people to work with that complement that which you do. And I'm getting very strongly here that this might be telling you to find people who are really good with money, the getting of money and the usage of money. So if you've been thinking about doing something that would typically be classified as a nonprofit, or starting some sort of an organization, or a practice where it's not necessarily lucrative, it's not commercial in nature, it is not necessarily considered for money, but all things need money to run, and you are the visionary. Now, for some of you, it could actually also be literally a business, right? But we have so much here that feels like it's talking about a calling for you. I feel as though it's not necessarily a starting of a business unless that business is intended to be nonprofit. But it feels very much connected to something that you feel called to bring into the world for the sake of others. All right. We definitely have a calling energy here. And so meeting the people, connecting with the people, locating the people, or even you already know someone who came to mind when I said it, who would be really great in partnering with you in this endeavor. Again, you want someone who's good at getting the money, so they may be good at doing fundraisers or writing grants. They may be well connected with people who are very wealthy who would want to contribute to this as a tax write-off if it's nonprofit in nature, or if it is for profit or commercial in nature, be your first investors, right? And then someone else who is good at managing that money. So that would be someone who, the first person would be like a director of development, right? Or the director of probably development or something like that would be the best way to phrase that. And then the second person would function in the CEO space, right? And then you would be like the founder or the visionary, or if it's artistic in nature, the artistic director, the person who's good with managing the finances, the organizational side of things, and making sure that funds that are received through what the development person does are used in a way that helps build this vision of yours in a way that works and keeps it going, makes it sustainable. Let's get one more card for you to wrap up. One more message. Oh, from the goddess Ma'at, and we have the Two of Coins. The Two of Coins. So I am getting that you are feeling a little bit overwhelmed by everything that came up in this reading, and that your instinct is to feel like, oh, it's just a dream. Oh, that's too big. Oh, how could I possibly do that? You can do it because you are meant to do it. You don't have to have all the answers right now, including needing to have the answer of who these other two people to work with would be. But what you are being told to do at this time is to allow yourself to begin to think on it again, envision it again, ruminate on it again, and start tonight as you drift off to sleep. And I just want to reassure you of one thing. The back of the deck energy that you have here, and push this up so you can see it better, or so that you can see it at all, honestly speaking. The back of the deck, we have the Queen of Coins. So the fact that you had these coins cards successively, 3, then 2, and then the Queen, which, she's got 1 on her card. So it's literally going 3, 2, 1. The time is now. That's your countdown. 3, 2, 1. Begin. The time is now. But then on top of that, with it being this Queen of Coins, this is a confirmation for you that you are quite capable of doing this, and that you are ready, that you have learned so much in your life and invested in so many things that are going to begin to pay off for you, so that you can begin to pay things forward and make this vision of yours come true, this calling of yours to live it, whether it's something you head up or not. But I'm definitely getting, with us having Queen of Coins here, that it is, and also this Star card here, that it is for you to lead, because it's your vision. It's your vision. It's yours. All right. Okay, this is what I have for you this evening. I hope you have a really great night, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, and welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the message that is coming to you this evening from the goddess Kali. I love this depiction of Kali. I feel like I love all of my Kali cards from my various goddesses deck, but this one I really like because she feels so current. She feels so current. All right, let's see what message this wonderful goddess has for you this evening. For your reading tonight, we are going to be using the Crystal Power Tarot to get your tarot guidances. But even before that, right away, I'm getting, there is something coming through. I'm getting let loose. I'm getting let loose. I'm getting accept. I'm getting allowed. Have you been stifling your emotions? I know that we oftentimes associate Kali with anger, because of how she is worshipped in the Hindu tradition and looked to, and also our bastardization of that as Western culture. But she's a reminder for embracing all of your emotions, not just those that we consider the dark ones. And the reason why we tend to need that reminder with what we consider dark emotions like anger or even fear is because we oftentimes will shame ourselves from feeling them, right? But I'm getting let go, let loose, not let go, let loose. So there are feelings that are bubbling inside of you that it's time for them to come through. And I'm getting that they're not all negative. It's actually a quite positive emotion, possibly even the emotion of love itself. But it is stifled because of other emotions, anger itself and fear, that you are not allowing yourself to acknowledge. So you acknowledge the love, but the love is shrouded with fear. And because of that, the love isn't being allowed to fully actualize in your life, fully materialize in the way you would like it to. Let's see what else comes through for you here. All right, so you got the Four of Swords. So again, I think I said the word acceptance earlier. If I didn't, it's definitely coming through now. Acceptance of what is true for you is what I'm getting. And we also have the Six of Cups here. So that feels as though it's about, this is an unresolved childhood thing. This did happen to you. It was unfair. It was not your fault. And you have developed a persona as a result of that occurrence. But I'm getting to tell you that you are not a prisoner of that persona. You do not have to keep living in the shadow of this alternate self that you created. Your real self, your true self, your actual nature is ready to come forth and come through. But in order for her or him to do so, there needs to be an acknowledgement of those feelings that you have felt it was wrong to feel. For some of you, it actually is feeling like it's wrong to feel love. And so when you feel love, you stifle it with fear of having that feeling at all. Were you conditioned? Did you hear somebody speak about love as though it was a bad thing? Or did you see someone that you loved very much get their heart broken over and over again, or just not be able to recover from a broken heart that they experienced? And so there's just all this dirty energy around love. But Kali wants you to see it and see the love that you're feeling. It can be love for another human, or it could be love in general. You might be someone who's just been so closed off, you don't even let yourself love a pet, or your neighbor, your friend. So it could be romantic love. It could be just love in general. It could even be love for something, love for a hobby that makes you feel good, or love for your career. And, as things are going well, you stifle that love. It's almost like a fear of feeling good about things or about someone. Feeling good about, so yeah, the feeling of love triggers fear is what I'm getting. And this is coming from the childhood. So whether it was seeing someone, like I said, seeing someone that you love get hurt over and over and over again, or they just never recovered from one specific hurt, and the messages that were given to you about love as a result of that. And it is time for you to let loose, let yourself feel all of your emotions so you can be a whole and complete person, and release this false self, this persona you created as a result of trying to shield yourself from the danger you feel love could be. We have 9 of coins here. This is reminding you that you are naturally independent. Your nature is naturally independent, but you may have felt over time as though I don't know if you knew this word for it, but you may have been functioning in some severe codependency because of not feeling safe. And especially because of not feeling safe in the energy of love. So needing things to look a certain way or be a certain way, happen a certain way, needing people to do certain things in order for you to feel secure. And what this message is saying with this card, the message coming through from the goddess Kali through this card right now is a reminder that you have the ability to take care of yourself. If you've ever seen more traditional depictions of the goddess Kali, that is a woman who can take care of herself, or a goddess rather, who is quite capable of taking care of herself. And you are that as well. And so you don't have to keep waiting for anything outside of yourself to give you permission to feel any particular thing. Not another person or a set of circumstances or a situation, in the workplace, in the relationship, in your family, none of it. And the point of that is to let you know that you can feel safe because you have your own back. You are independent in your own right. I'm getting, especially with this message coming through with this 9 of coins, that if you doubt it, look at what you've built for yourself in your financial realm. So that could be in the work you're doing, even if you don't make a ton of money at it, or maybe you do make a ton of money at it and you're very successful in your career. Whether you're successful financially or not, it's the fact that you have been able to build this successfully. And the same person who is self-sufficient and has agency to do that in the work environment has the same ability to take care of themselves in the realm of relationships or anything else that makes them feel the feeling of love. You do not have to be afraid because you can speak up for yourself, stand up for yourself, walk away when you need to when that's in your best interest, and always have your own back. Let's see if there's anything else coming through for you right now in this message. We have the King of Swords. This is a definite reminder, not even reminder. For some of you, this might be brand new knowledge, a brand new awareness of the fact that you can trust your judgment. So whatever it is that has been said to you in the past or that you've experienced, possibly even yourself, that's made you have any of these feelings of codependency, not feeling as though you could be independent, emotionally independent, has made you create this false self, has made you shut off certain emotions as though it's a spigot. And again, I'm getting for somebody out there, it's every emotion. It's like wanting to be overly intellectual and not let yourself feel at all. There's someone who's listening to me right now for whom that's the case, that you just won't even let yourself feel at all. And see how there's this it's almost like the god Janus, right? How you have these 2 heads of this king and this King of Swords card, and they're looking in 2 different directions. And so I feel like this is saying, on the one hand, you can trust your judgment. So you don't have to worry about what's happened in the past, whether it happened directly to you or to someone you loved and you learned vicariously through them certain messages. And also knowing that you don't have to just be in your head, that you can look forward without just focusing on the intellectual, but allow space for the feelings to be there as well. Allow space for yourself to have an emotional life. And the back of the deck energy for you is the Empress card. And the Empress she is goddess energy. She is creativity. She is motherhood. She is nurturing. And what is more nurturing, or what is more loving than the ability to nurture others? But it begins with nurturing the self. And you nurture yourself when you allow your emotions to live, and then allow yourself to share those with others. So that is your message for Callie this evening. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in your next one. And remember, every single one of the messages tonight is different. So possibly there's something for you in every single reading. Bye. So your messages for this evening are coming from the goddess Saraswati. However, caveat to that, each one of the readings tonight is on a different topic. So you might actually feel as though you would like to get messages, I should say, from each of the different readings. But at this moment, we're going to be getting some guidance for you from the goddess Saraswati. And I'm really looking forward to that because Saraswati is the goddess of arts, culture, dance. And if you've watched this channel for a while, you know that's my bag. Like, that's where I live. I love those things. So we are going to begin with pulling cards from the Crystal Power Tarot for you to get your messages. But even before that, what's coming through, just to share with you before I pull a card, Saraswati wants me to say to you, I'm glad you're here. Your voice is needed. You have been missed. Did you used to be artistic and then you stopped doing anything artsy? I'm getting the time is now. So if there was something that made you put that artistry on hold, it's time for you to pick it back up again. I'm getting that it's not just for the sake of you, yourself, so that you can feel a certain way. But there are people who are going to learn from you and from your art, your particular brand of art, your particular style of art, the way in which you do things. I'm getting your voice is needed. There's something here about, are you already a teacher, or have you considered teaching? Because I'm getting something here about you teaching art to others. So it could be that you want to teach in a school system, or already do teach in a school system. And there's something here about seeing how you can begin to teach art in that environment, and not just whatever it is you've already been teaching. And the art doesn't have to be visual art. It could be, again, singing, acting, dancing, the creative arts as well as the visual arts. They're all arts. And then I'm getting something here about, teaching. I'm getting like a one-on-one or private. The word private is what's coming up. Okay, so it's not necessarily that it has to be one-on-one, but that it may not be in the school system so much as in a way that you are offering some sort of educational experience for people around an art form that you have. So if you are someone who is good with pottery and clay works, starting to teach classes around that, or even painting, or even voice lessons, whatever it is your particular art form is, I'm definitely getting something here around teaching. There's something that you have that others will benefit from learning from you, even beyond just the artistry itself. So it could be that there's certain life lessons that you've had that are going to come through in the art that you create, or the way in which you talk about it to others. So like, you'll be teaching art, but you'll also be teaching like empowerment or confidence or trusting the self, or whatever the thing is, based on how you talk to them or talk about it. Very, very interesting. Okay. Ooh, you know how we go on my channel. If we get the cards, we read the cards. So we have Three of Swords. We have Judgment. We have the Hermit. Wow. We have Death. Wow. The Sun and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, definitely there's some resurrection energy here. Definitely some resurrection energy here. And I do feel that for you guys, there are multiple piles in this reading for you. It's not just this one. Okay. I'm getting that for you. You are completely and fully recovered from that which, I hate to use this word, broke you. It broke you for just a while. And in making you feel a certain level of brokenness, it also quieted your voice. There's something that happened that made you feel as though you had nothing to say anymore. It wasn't like, for some people, there's this thing around not feeling that they have the right. It wasn't that. It's just that it's like you were blocked. There was a creative block for a very long time. And that creative block made you actually go in a different direction. And it's time for you to get back in alignment with your calling. Artistry is your calling. You are meant to create. You are meant to create art, whatever that happens to mean for you. Did you have an opportunity that was like really big and commercial in nature, and the experience of it was so different than what you assumed it would be if you got such a break? And so having had that experience made you feel as though, no, I don't want this, and you withdrew or retreated? Because this brokenheartedness, this broken heart energy does not seem to be around a human or a relationship, but maybe a brokenheartedness around the experience of the art itself. And I do feel as though it's like there was a path, a direction that you took with it that didn't pan out, didn't feel, I'm getting more along the lines of didn't feel the way you thought it would feel. And so like having thought all your life that was the way, that was the direction, and then finding out no, it was not, or that it just didn't sit right, it just didn't feel right. And so reconnecting with the self is called for, very much bringing your art back to you. What does your art mean to you? Why do you do it? What is the style that you want? Even if it's something where, even if it's not the kind of art or the way people are making the kind of art you do anymore, right? Like one of the things that I really very much want to do is start a theater company that does the kind of plays that were big when I was younger, when I was first starting. So I'm going to call it like old school theater company or something like that, because that's what's near and dear to my heart right now, even though it's not the current trend. Just what it was to do that thing, or what it meant to do or that thing at that level or in that way, wasn't actually a fit for who you naturally are, or how you see art, or see yourself as an artist, or see the place of art in the world, that it, or what it took, or what was required to be it in that environment, or in that, at that level, was not in alignment with the values you hold for living. And so there is a death element there, and it is a death of a dream. But it's not the death of your artistry. It's not a death of your creativity. And for a while now, it's felt like it has been, because there was a part of you that had to completely walk away, or felt that you should completely walk away, because it just didn't feel good anymore. And it didn't feel like yourself anymore, feel like you in the art. But definitely the guidance is coming through to put you back in it. What drew you to your artistry in the first place? And listen, it could even be that you are now looking at a different art form than what you did before, because of changes internal to you that are natural to you, not from a defensive place or a place of woundedness, but now, having learned these things, I am interested in using my skills as an artist, my eye as an artist, my ear as an artist, in this new and different way. And so what was is no more. And you're at a place, or ready to be at a place, where it's not bad. You no longer feel like it's bad that it happened the way it happened, that there was education for you and about yourself as an artist, and the ability to define yourself as an artist and not look to anyone else to determine for you what your artistry should look or feel like, what your so-called brand is, or any of that other crap, right? And so that's over. That's behind you. That broken heart and the brokenheartedness that came from that experience is not defining how you move forward as an artist. And I'm definitely getting that you are to move forward as an artist, that creating art in particular is your calling. Sometimes when I talk about creativity on this channel, it feels expanded, like it's not necessarily acting, singing, dancing, drawing, painting, clay, making handmade arts, things like that. But that it could also be, being creative in your home, how you decorate your home, creating meals and menus and all that stuff. But here today, this reading right now, these messages from Saraswati are specifically about you as a creative artist, or a performing artist, or a creative performing artist, or a producing artist. However art comes out of you into the world is what it's talking about. Or what she's talking about, what the message is today. So what you thought was, yes, that is over. But you're ready to be okay with the fact that it's over, and you're ready to move back into the light, into the sun. You're ready to have hope again. You're ready to feel optimistic. You're ready to feel yes again. You're ready to share your voice, your message. And it's a different message now than it would have been before, because of the growth that has come as a result of having taken the chance and done the damn thing. You did it. It didn't pan out the way you wanted or the way you thought. Or maybe you were perfectly fine with walking away, but still needed to take a break to recoup from the experience, which was exhausting. But you actually did it. So many people dream but don't do. You dreamt and you did. I don't think dreamt is a word. I believe it's dreamed. You dreamed and you did. And I'm definitely getting now, of course, like I said, it's time for you to start feeling the light of the sun on your face again. And for you, the light of the sun is the feeling you have when you create. You spending time creating is the equivalent of other people just standing in the sunlight and enjoying that feeling. And also that's something you probably get a lot of benefit from also, standing in the sun. But this sun card here in this moment at this time is talking about what it feels like for you when you create, allowing yourself to have that feeling again. And go ahead and start taking action on these ideas that you have. Some ideas have been trying to sneak into your consciousness. I'm getting that most are not fully formed, and you don't have to wait for them to be fully formed to start creating again, start doing things again. And you hear that phrase keeps coming up over and over again, start creating again. That is your primary message here from Saraswati today. Start creating again. It's time to create again. Get back on your damn path or in your calling, because being an artist is your calling. You are meant to be that. Do not doubt it. Okay? All right, this is what I have for you today, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, all 3 of the messages today are about different topics. So there may be multiple messages for you from each of the goddesses. So feel free to check out all of the readings in today's video or tonight's video. And also sleep well.